Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JVology Partner Spotlight. I'm your host, Krista Inochovsky, and today the spotlight is shining on our partner, Kelly Kaelin. How are you today, Kelly?
I'm doing terrific. Thank you, Krista. I really appreciate being here.
Absolutely. We're going to have a lot of fun today, and we're also going to talk about some very relevant topics as life goes up and down and has highs and lows and ebbs and flows. Kelly's going to be able to talk to us about how to get out of those valleys quicker, recognize them, and you'll be able to move into a space of growth and inner peace, outer peace, success, all of those different things. And I think this is a really relevant time to be talking about this subject for many reasons, both as entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurs are constantly in flux, and because of the economy and COVID. It's causing a lot of highs and lows for people. So I'm going to do a quick intro of you, Kelly, and then we're going to jump right into a great conversation. I can't wait to hear how you can guide us on that.
Sounds good.
Good. So Reverend Kelly is a certified life, spiritual, and energetic coach and a minister with the International Metaphysics Ministry. After more than 25 years working as a CPA, project and program manager, and business owner with over $8 million in annual sales, Kelly decided to leave the corporate world and follow her passion, which is spirituality and metaphysics. Through her coaching and ministry, she has supported people through major life transitions with a focus on those who have lost loved ones suddenly. So, oh my gosh. So before we even dive into the subject that I talked about, I want to know what it was like in your past life. Give me a little insight. What was it like as a CPA and project manager? That's a whole different world.
It is a whole different world. I'm very good at it. And I found myself feeling like I was in a soulless kind of a job work. I couldn't figure out what the benefit was, especially as a CPA. You do all the books, somebody looks at them once, and then you look at them for taxes and then never again. And I didn't feel like I was contributing anything to the world. And so it just felt very soulless. And I kind of got into depression around it and finally figured out, this isn't for me. Project management was a little bit better. At least I was doing something like that benefited people or benefited organizations. And ultimately, it wasn't my passion. And so now I'm in my passion, and that feels so much better. And I'm so much happier doing what I do now.
It's great that you're sharing your story because there's so many people who can relate to that. Either they're still in it, or they experience something similar and left. But I think we all want to do work that matters, or that matters to us. What might be fulfilling to one person does not mean that it's fulfilling to you. And I think that's interesting, the way that the perception of your work as a CPA, that it's just like done next. There was nothing. Sounds like there's nothing really like tangible to hold on to and to feel like there was a real contribution that mattered to you.
It's very true. It just, like I said, it just, almost a one and done kind of a thing, and just didn't seem to be supporting really anything. And it's kind of a necessary thing in our culture and world, and yet not for me.
I want to take a pause and tell everybody who is watching, if you're on a shared page, I'd love for you to hit the top in the corner above this video. I think it's right above there. You'll see Jay Facette's picture. If you click on that, then you'll watch the video on the original place that we're streaming from right now. And then when you comment, we'll be able to see the comments, and we can bring your questions, comments right here. So be sure to be hitting those thumbs up if you agree, relate, any of those things. We appreciate that. All right, so done with that part. Now I want to know, how did the spirituality and metaphysics come in? Was it a hobby? Was it an interest of yours?
Actually, no. My mom killed herself when I was 18. And that being an especially vulnerable time for a person, of course, this doesn't, taking your own life and the people around you don't do well. I don't care what your age. It was it's a little bit different being that I, was very close to my mom. I was still a teenager and such. And yet, I don't think it gets any less hard for anybody. So I say that just because I just want you to know that's how I feel. That threw me into a heck of a tailspin. And ultimately I came out wondering, what should I do with my life? And I went inside, and that's where my spiritual journey started. A real spiritual journey, not religion, not any type of indoctrination into anything. It was my spirituality through my own body. And that's where it started. And so I've been doing this for quite a while now, and it grew and grew until I was so passionate about it, I couldn't not do it all day long. And so that's how I kind of got here. But no, it wasn't just a fun hobby or something like that. It was a crisis in my life that sent me into it.
I find that when we follow something and find true transformation, have a true experience with something ourselves, that makes us poised to be the best teacher for it, because it's not just knowledge and information, but it's the experience of transformation and what it's done for you in your life. So what has that been looking like for you with the accounting and the project management gone, and then did you kind of step into this new space?
It's been so rewarding. I'm so passionate about it. I love helping people. I really love watching the light bulb go off for them, and for them to come back with inquiries and really be thinking about it. It's not about what I say. It's about what people get when they go inside for themselves. And so I really encourage that. Meditation's a good way. I usually use a good guided meditation because my brain will go off into outer space, and I think most of ours do. So a good guided meditation that really feeds your soul is a great way to get started. And then learning about yourself, learning about how you react in different situations and paying attention to that. And then also really paying attention to the words that come out of your mouth. Because if you want to know who you are, listen to what you're saying. It will tell you, because what you have inside is what comes out. It can't be any other way.
That's so true. Now, Kelly, we talked about when people are down in that valley and the ebbs and flows. Let's talk about that a little bit more. And if you could give us some tips on how to get out of that faster, or some advice for us when it does happen.
You bet. We're in a very unique time in history, and the depression and the suicide is going through the roof. It really is. We're not hearing just tons about it, but it's happening. I'm talking to too many people, and it's not fun. And so normally we go through peaks and valleys in our life, and we just seem to be or a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people seem to be on this slide into the valleys, and they keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And one of the things about staying happy and staying in high vibration is getting out of those valleys as quickly as possible. And how we can do that, there's a lot of ways to do it. Meditation is a long-term solution, but if you need something right now, get up and move your body. Because shutting down your brain, it helps a lot. And when you're moving your body, you actually really do give your brain a rest. And if you go out and do a walk for 20 minutes or a jog or anything that moves, dance around your space, do something for just a few minutes. And I promise you, it will calm your brain, and it will raise your vibration and raise you more towards that peak and pull you out of those valleys. And so that's one really excellent way. I can't think really of too many better ways than just moving. And it's one of the things that I do. I have an alarm set for 55 past the hour, and I get up and I move for 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. I can just kind of move around my house or dance or play with the dogs or whatever. So that's a really, really excellent way. Another excellent...
We'll talk about it for a second before you do the next one.
Okay.
I believe that as well, and have taught that in the teen programs that I've that I coach, and it stimulates like your cardiovascular system starts going. It increases the serotonin. It just really gets things flowing, and it's almost hard to stay in a bad mood if you can really get yourself going. I've got a little mini trampoline now that's was gifted to me, and that's just fun. Like once you start bouncing, jumping jacks, like you said, dancing, if you're able to take a walk and add sunshine to that, the sunshine with a combination of movement also really helps just make those chemical changes within and helps you get out of it quicker. And you're so right about the sooner you can recognize it and make that shift, the better.
Absolutely. And yeah, and it doesn't allow you to keep going down. It's because we're kind of on this slide. And what we really wanting to do is stop the slide down. And a lot of people they'll, if they're starting to feel depressed, me, I'll cocoon. I'll go and lay in my bed, pull the covers up over my head, and I don't want to talk to anybody. Well, that's not good because I'm not moving and I'm just staying in that valley. So anything I can do to pull myself out of that valley, just being kind to yourself. Sometimes it's a bath with candlelight or bubbles, like I love Mr. Bubble. So it's little things like that that make a huge difference in your life. And so it's anything that works for you. The idea is to get out of that valley just as quickly as you can and start moving back up towards that peak. Even if you don't make it, you're not continuing that slide.
That's it. It's great advice, because if we're not happy, what are we? We're certainly not productive. We're not creative. Mm-hmm. Nothing else is working if we can't get the emotional, that vibration raised, like you talked about, to a state of at least neutral or above.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Helping other people is wonderful as well. Just doing any type of a volunteer work or a charity work is a great way to make you feel better as well. And then may I talk about my link?
Yes, I was just pulling it up.
Okay. So I'm putting a link in the chat. It does not belong to me. This organization doesn't belong to me. However, I have found that their videos in just a few minutes provide a huge boost in how I feel. And so if I'm feeling anxious or not feeling very good at the moment, I can go and tap into one of these videos, and in a few minutes I'm feeling so much better. And I want to tell you just a little bit about it. It's videos with a bunch of pictures and sayings and to music. And you can speed them up or you can slow them down, doesn't really matter. You can go in there and play this video, and I promise you, you'll feel so much better. And it is scientifically based, and it raises it, or rather elevates your serotonin and those wonderful feelings for yourself for 6 to 8 hours. And so you can just spend some time with this and listen to them. And I do 2-3 times a day. And the cumulative effects, I can feel the cumulative effects of this. And so I think this is a wonderful tool, and I wanted to share it with you. It is free. So go in and take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that. I'm always into, you can call it life hacking, right? It's like, what can I add into my day, to my morning routine, that's going to take me up that next level. And I do a lot of these things, but to be able to watch a video that's incorporating, it sounds like the visual and the audio and the movement, if you can do that all in one go, then why not maximize that little bit of time for your energy up? I love it.
Yeah, and really gets you into the receiving mode, which is, we tend to cut that off for ourselves. We don't want to be I don't know what it is. It seems like we just don't want to receive from God or spirit. I call it infinite intelligence. We don't want to receive from that intelligence. And for me, it opens me up more and allows me to receive. And so hopefully words that I'm speaking now are going to help people. And that's what I really want. It's really not so much about me. It's about you, and it's about spirit. And maybe I'm a channel or an instrument, and I just want to support people and help them be happier and by being happier, you're going to be more prosperous.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your generosity and in your heart for wanting people to thrive and to feel that good and really be empowered to know that you have the control within you, the power within you to use these tools. And that just because you start to feel down or depressed doesn't mean that you have to stay there. When you recognize that you can make the shift yourself and practice doing that, then we become empowered.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And know that you're not alone. There are a lot of people who aren't doing well right now. This is not normal times. And so it's really easy to be on a slide right now. And so help yourself, get yourself up out of that valley and off that slide. That's not where you want to be now. You want to really lift yourself up from those valleys. Anything you can do will help not only yourself, but all of us and all the people around you. So get to it.
Yes, Kelly. I'm going to leave you with one last question, and that is you're a member of JVology and of our mastery program. What is it that who you're looking to connect with? What kind of people are interesting to you, both in life and in your life's work that you'd like to connect with?
Absolutely. People who are ready. They're ready to look to infinite intelligence and see what's there and see if it's for them. I promise you it is. However, not everybody's ready, and that's okay. You're ready when you're ready. And when you're ready and you are committed to making changes in your life, and they don't have to be big ones. They usually really aren't. They're usually actually kind of small. And when you're ready to start making changes that bring in synchronicity, that bring in the miracles, that bring in all of the benefits of being connected consciously with infinite intelligence, those are the people I'm looking for. And those are the people I can support the most along in their journey.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Kelly. It was a pleasure to get to talk with you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the chat and we'll take a look at them later and take advantage of Kelly's free gift. It was really generous of you to pull something that really means a lot to you and share it with all of us. So I look forward to doing that.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Gratitude for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.